Now, I've met a lot of people, and a lot of people feel that it's very hard to save up for their first house. And to be honest, it's not that bad as long as you have the right plan to tackle it with. So in this video, we're gonna talk about how you can save up for your house. What's up? I'm Brandon Young, and on this channel, I teach you how to make, save, and invest money. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss a beat. Now, buying a house takes a lot of discipline and it takes a lot of finances, and a lot of people feel like it's out of reach. But honestly, I feel like if I can do it, whatever I have done, it can easily be duplicated and you can accomplish it as well. Now, step one is you want to do your research on the actual location and the actual housing prices. You want to get an understanding of what location you're going to be in, how big the house is going to be, and what type of house do you want? Do you want a multifamily or do you want a single family? Honestly, all these different aspects are gonna play a huge consideration into the price of your actual house. A 3-family house in New York is gonna be way different than a 3-family house in Florida. So having these figures will give you a better understanding of how much money you actually have to save. Step two is to see if you qualify for a government loan. Now, in my house hacking video, I mentioned that I use an FHA loan that allows you to put 3.5% down on your house. But although that was the case for me, not everybody will be able to qualify for that. You see, with the FHA loan, you need to have a 580 credit score and higher, as well as you have to have a debt to income ratio lower than about 43%. And although the FHA is a good option for people who cannot come up with a big down payment, you will have to pay PMI, which is private mortgage insurance, which will give you a higher mortgage payment in the end. But ultimately, I'm not gonna go into the loan types in this video. You wanna see what the actual best loan is gonna be for your current situation, and you wanna choose accordingly. Step three is you wanna decide on a down payment amount. Now, usually if you're going the conventional route, people recommend that you put about 20% down on the house. Because while doing that, when you put that 20% down, you will avoid that private mortgage insurance that pretty much inflates the price of your mortgage payment. The only caveat to that is a lot of people do not have that 20% down. And as statistics show, millennium home buyers typically only put about 8.8% down when they do buy a home. Just picture going after a house that's $400,000 and you try to put 10% down. That would mean that you need about $40K in hand to put that down payment down. And let's face it, a lot of people don't have that much money readily available. But at the end of the day, everybody's situation is different. So you just want to do what's best for you and your family. So try to distinguish what down payment amount that you want to put down. Now, step four is to add in that estimated closing costs. Now, closing costs is that heavily slept on price, because when it comes to houses, people feel like once I got that down payment, I'm good. But they forget about that closing costs. Closing costs can include a variety of things such as appraisals, homeowner insurance, property taxes, the list goes on. But you want to have the funds readily available so you can pay for this cost. Now, typically closing costs is around 3% to 5% of the whole purchase price of the house. I like to put it at 5%, so I'm just ready for a bigger amount. It's always okay to save more than you anticipate, but you just want to be mindful that you need that down payment and you need that closing cost. Now, step five is you want to figure out your actual timeline. Do you want to buy this house a year from now, or do you want to buy it 5 years from now? This decision will be a good indication of what your plan will look like, whether your plan will be more aggressive, if you need to aggressively be saving money and bringing in more income to get it a year from now, or you can be a little bit more passive because you're only trying to plan to do it 5 years from now. Doing this will give you a better understanding of your savings plan and give you a better and more clearer, concise timeline of how you want the funds allocated into your different accounts. Step 6 is you wanted to determine a per month or per check amount. Now let's take your goal purchase date and work backwards to find your savings rate. For example, if you want to buy a $400,000 home in the next 5 years and your goal down payment is 20%, that would be $80,000, plus your $8,000 in estimated closing costs. To save a total of $88K over the next 5 years, you would need to put away roughly $1,466 each month, or $733 per paycheck if you're paid bi-monthly. So 88,000 divided by 24 paychecks divided by 5 years. So that's how you would get that amount. Now, step 7 is you want to open up a high yield savings account. The best place to save your money for a down payment is either a money market account or a high yield savings account. Typically, the interest rate on a high yield savings account is way more that you're gonna get from a checkings account or from a traditional savings account. What I also like about this is not only does it help assist you with growing your money faster, but your money is easily accessible to you. So it's not locked up for a period of time. You can still access it, but it will grow a little bit faster. So that's always great. Now, step 8 is to set up automation. I can't tell you how many times automatic transfers has saved my butt. I don't know, there's just something about having your money automatically get transferred to a savings account or a high yield savings account where you just want to leave it alone and not touch it, rather than it being deposited directly into your checking account. It just makes me feel like it's a free-for-all and I have to use it. Now, once you've created your plan, you know how much money you need per paycheck or per month to save up for your actual house. You want to be able to program that into your automatic savings so that money is automatically getting taken out and put directly into your savings account. Self-consciously, if you have money allocated towards a purpose, you will tend not to spend that money on things that you don't need. You will spend it on that purpose. But if you have money that is allocated towards nothing, you will find yourself spending that money on things that you actually do not need at all. Step 9 is to make a plan to increase your savings if needed. If you've done the math using step 6 and you've just checked how much money you make and you don't think you'll be able to save that much to do it in the next 5 years or next year, then you're gonna have a little bit of calculating to do. I understand that everybody's situation is different, but don't worry, saving a little is great because you're still working towards getting your house. It's just gonna take you a little longer. You're gonna have to do some cutbacks. You're gonna have to cut back on some expenses possibly, or you might have to pick up some extra income, do some side hustles. Whatever the case may be, you wanna go ahead and take that next step and do it. Eventually, you will start bringing up income from the cracks and crevices, and savings will become second nature to you. And before you know it, you will have that house. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody is on a different path to success, but we're all going to make it there someday. So does it really matter how we get there? But what are your thoughts? Would you add anything to this list, or did you find this list helpful? Let me know in the comment section below. Watch this video, go subscribe here. I'm Brandon Young, and I'll see you in my next video.